I'm owner of this channel, Dr. Victor Fursov, entomologist, beekeeper, teacher. I'm a research entomologist. I'm studying small insects, tiny parasitic wasps, family Trichogrammatidae and some other Chalcid wasps of the superfamily Chalcidoidea order Hymenoptera. Today I decided to take some video from laboratory to show you just atmosphere of our work during this strange military time. Sometimes even during the air alert, I'm at laboratory, hopefully nothing happens, but I am just near my microscope, near the second microscope. I'm near my photo camera you see here. I invite you to participate in this online direct stream from laboratory, because I will be watching my microscopic slides with very tiny insect. Very tiny insect, this is Trichogramma egg parasitoids, just 0.5 millimeter size, half of millimeter size. That's why I need to make special microscopic slides to put this tiny insect on glasses. You see, I put covered slips over my tiny insects. This is a glass slide with covered slips, and my insects inside special for liquid for investigation under the microscope. I already did these microscopic slides in another room. It's a little bit very careful process, but I must also to watch and must observe, and I must take some photographs under the powerful microscope. This microscope, Leica, can allow me to take photo under the magnification 10 on the object ocular and 10, 20, 40 and 100 on objective. So the biggest magnification is about 1000. 1000 magnification is very important to watch details of morphology of Trichogramma. As I said, size just 0.5 millimeter. And genitalia will be magnified on the screen of computer. So I take photos, but I already did it. So that's why I can show you some micro photos, with large magnification, antennae, body of Trichogramma, and male genitalia, and also antennae of males and females. For identification of Trichogramma parasitoids, I need to watch and take photos of males, because identification is done on the basis of details, very tiny details of males' genitalia, different small structures, intervorcellar process, dorsal process of fallow base. We have all these details, we have some differences, some varieties in different species. And they are characteristic for different species. In some cases, taxonomists use also DNA, but for beginning, you need to study insect under the high magnification of microscope, to take photos, to identify it on the basis of morphological features, such as details of body, antennae, males and females genitalia. So let's go on and watch on computer. Today I can show you details of morphology of Trichogramma achaea, the species which was accidentally introduced to Ukraine 3 years ago, and also bred in laboratory in Poltava region. And second species, I show you Trichogramma evanescens, which is in comparison with another species, Trichogramma pinte, is widely used in Ukraine and more effective in comparison with Trichogramma pinte. That's why biological laboratory and breeders are breeding Trichogramma evanescens and need to take control of breeding between two species, Trichogramma pinte and Trichogramma evanescens, because Trichogramma pinte, this species is more powerful and can suppress the culture of Trichogramma evanescens. That's why from time to time I need to take photos and make microslides of different samples to check what is inside the sample on just a poor eye. You cannot understand. Insect is very small, 0.5 millimeter. But under the magnification of 1000, I have opportunity to identify species name, either Trichogramma pinte or Trichogramma evanescens. I will show you details of morphology of Trichogramma evanescens, Trichogramma achaea, and also I found one interesting slide with hermaphrodites. Yes, sometimes in a culture, under difficult conditions of breeding, or under some humidity and special temperature, it's possible to receive in a big and large culture some specimens with details male and female. For example, I found one female with female genitalia, an antennae belonging to female's antennae and one part male's antennae. But surprisingly, in the same culture, which was maybe in special conditions, two other individuals, they're males. They're males, but with female's antennae. That's very strange, because male's antennae were just enlarged, with a lot of hairs, and males should have male's genitalia and male's antennae. But some females, they have antennae of females, so hermaphrodites. I will try to show you it in a special folder. I already took some photographs. Let's go forward to come inside computer and watch some details of male genitalia. For that, I put here my slide for taking photos, and I already did some photos preliminary. And I need to take a lot of photos because I need to investigate about 30 specimens of different species for correct identification, because variety. Sometimes you need to take sample of 50 specimens. Maybe one or two can be belonging to another species, surprisingly. That's not a good idea. If there is this mixture of different species in laboratory, it means you need to eliminate this culture, because you may have large number of Trichogramma evanescens and small number of Trichogramma pinte, but still during a lot of multiplications, during several generations in a year, maybe 10 or 15 generations in laboratory, Trichogramma pinte will suppress the population of Trichogramma evanescens. So the efficiency of application Trichogramma pinte will be less in agriculture rather than efficiency of Trichogramma evanescens. It needs to make taxonomical control, and I'm doing taxonomical control, taking photos and watching photographs and making identification. Let's go forward to computer and I show you some photographs that I already took. I will bring my telephone with me. Yes. Now I need to switch on camera to computer. Position. Okay. Now you see here, I took 35 photographs of one species in the culture of Trichogramma achaea. Let's see pictures. Let's see Trichogramma achaea, photos of male's genitalia and other details of morphology. This is male's genitalia of Trichogramma achaea with very elongated dorsal aperture. This is size indicated, the same long aperture, the dorsal aperture, male's genitalia. This is some magnification size. And I change in positioning of focus up and down to watch details under different focus. This is magnification about 400, 10 and 40. So together 400. This is male antennae of Trichogramma achaea, the body of Trichogramma achaea. So we can say the same specimens would be watched under different magnification. Male's genitalia Trichogramma achaea with very narrow fallow base and absence of intervertebral ventral process. Hello, best greetings. who is joining our stream. I do not see here still trollers, so I hope so. Some people who is interested in microscope can join our stream. Okay, this is Trichogramma here. Again, males antennae, Trichogramma here. It's possible to see here some varieties of structures of male genitalia and female as well. Yes, this is male body. This is male genitalia. Under 1000 magnification, with very elongated structure of dorsal apertura and very narrow fallow base. Here, magnification, great. Antennae of Trichogramma here, with a lot of seta, which are quite long, and long antennae of male. Here another individual with short wings and genital in good position, so good to take photos. So this is very narrow top of fallow base of male genitalia, antenna of male, another individual under the microscope, unfortunately with some bubbles, but it's possible. But if bubble not an important part of picture, it's okay. Some bubbles come in sometimes under the cover slips. This is a male genitalia, Trichogramma here. Reproduction system of males. Who is coming to our stream from what country? Number 1. What is your home country? This video is translated directly from Kyiv, capital of Ukraine, even in the time of air alert, because of military situation in Ukraine. Romania, okay, fine. Okay, here we see head and antenna under magnification 400. Male genitalia of Trichogramma here. This is different measurements which can be done to make study of features of this species. So some length indicated, and it is saved in computer and saved on paper. So necessary to make some measurements for identification and to see the differences of different specimens. Okay, this is a male Trichogramma here under 200 magnification. Antenna, again male. This is 1000 magnification. Here 200 magnification, male with shorter wings, but it's okay, wings are not used for identification. Structures of antennae and genitalia are used. Again, antennae under 400 magnification. Here 1000 magnification. Okay, one folder finished. So I can check another folder. So you see, I took over 35 specimens, the same species, to see variety. Now I show you Trichogramma evanescens. Here, white shape male genitalia and very narrow, like angle intervercellular process or ventral process of fallow base. So I change focus. This is antenna of evanescens, 400 magnification, Sorry for some bubbles. It happens. Male genitalia with intervercellular process or ventral process of follow base. Ventral process. Under different light and contrast. And here, dorsal aperture of follow base. Little bit up. You need to change position of microscope focus up and down. The body, Trichogramma evanescens. So with some bubbles, it happens. Size of body 0.5 millimeter. Trichogramma evanescens, male. Very long seta of Trichogramma evanescens in comparison with Trichogramma achaea. In achaea, seta are very short. Here very long antenna and very long, and 3-4 times longer than the wife of antenna. 3.5-4 times longer than length of, rather than wife, maximum wife of antenna. Very long seta. 400 magnification. Genitalia intervercellular process ventral part and dorsal part. Again, dorsal part of genitalia, dorsal part of genitalia, very long seta of antenna, body for 200 magnification with some bubbles, unfortunately, but genitalia are visible. Body size 0.5 millimeter, very small. Here, genitalia very narrow and sharp intervercellular ventral process and very wide dorsal aperture of my genitalia. Okay, and I show you some details of hermaphrodite. Combination of male and female. Close the picture. Wait a minute. I open the folder. I cannot use left hand. Open the folder. Okay, here we have body of evanescens with male genitalia. What we can see here? Okay, male genitalia. This is a small individual. Very small one, with short antenna. Antenna is very short. Individual is very small and genitalia is smaller. This is dorsal aperture. Ventral aperture. This is antenna of male. Very sharp ventral aperture. Very wide dorsal aperture. Okay, here the male genitalia and body of Trichogramma evanescens, 200 magnification. Okay, here these are individuals with different antennae. This is antennae which is belonging to male. But what about second antenna? Second antenna is very reduced, like fused segments. Looks like fused segments of female. But first, male antenna. It also looks like male antenna. But what's about body? This is like male antenna. What's about body? Body of female with ovipositor. This is body of female with antenna of male. Another individual. This is a male. But what's about antenna? Antenna of female. Strange. You see, antenna of female. So part of features belong to female, part of features belong to male. You see, this antenna very short of female, short antenna of female, but body of male. Again, this is another picture of male's body with genitalia. But what about antenna? Antenna of two parts. One antenna belonging to female and one antenna belonging to male. So great combination. One antenna on the right side is fused and belonging like to male. Let's see on magnification. This is female's antenna. So big surprise. So if you understood, sometimes in a large culture you can receive some kind of hermaphrodites, individuals with different features. Thank you for being with us. I hope it was funny, interesting and entertaining for you. Today I showed you some photographs of two species of Trichogramma, Trichogramma achaea and Trichogramma evanescens, which are bred at biological laboratories for the application in biological control of corn moths in Ukraine. So in some laboratory can keep one species, Trichogramma evanescens. Other laboratory may have two different species, Trichogramma achaea and evanescens, but it needs to be very careful, don't mix them, because it's better to make application with correct species in agricultural conditions. Thank you for being with us. Looking forward to see you in my next stream. And don't forget, stand with Ukraine. Support Ukraine, help Ukraine, and Ukraine forever. Thank you for being with us. Join my stream next time, and don't forget to press like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you join my team of sponsors with donations, you are welcome. And don't forget to subscribe. So thank you very much for your interest, curiosity. Watch my other videos on my channel about different Hymenoptera and other insects in the nature and in the laboratory. To be continued in next streams, the sooner the better. Good luck.